I don't think anybody knows my name. I realized on all these episodes, all these months, I've never once said my name. I kind of want to keep it that way. Cooking advice from strangers. Hey, today we are making a breakfast skillet because I realized I've made sides, I've made mains, but I've never actually just made like a breakfast. This is very, very simple. We got some potatoes, we got some bacon, some sausage, some bell peppers, some onions, some seasonings, and eggs, of course. Today, my poor choice is a screwdriver because orange juice goes perfect in the morning. And why not add vodka to it? One of these days I'll do a Bloody Mary, but this is what I got right now. Let's get started. All right, first we have got some Yukon Gold potatoes. You can use russet potatoes if you want to, but I'm using Yukon because from like 2 weeks ago, we had these left over. So I'm using these because I want them to go to waste. So all I'm gonna do is just take them, I've cleaned them, I've washed them off. Got my potato peeler here, and I'm just going to just, over some parchment paper, just give them a good peel. I think if you're going with red potatoes, you probably want to leave those peels on because those peels tend to be a little bit better tasting than these other ones, but I'm going to go through and peel all these. So I'm going to do the rest of these potatoes and then we'll move on to the next step. All we're doing is just taking the potato, cutting it in half, taking that one half, taking our knife, and cutting it that way. And it is really important to have it uniform because then all the potatoes will cook at the same time and you won't have to sit there still trying to cook potatoes. So I'm gonna cut these up and then we will start putting everything in our cast iron skillet. Potatoes have been sliced up, and because I'm using these Yukon Gold ones, which have a less starch content, I don't need to put these in water, but if you're using russets, like cut them up and immediately put them in water until you're ready to use them because they will start turning brown. Now let's get our skillet on. We're gonna go over a medium heat. And then the first thing we're gonna do is brown some sausage. I've just got some classic pork sausage here. I'm not gonna put any oil in it. I'm just gonna throw these straight in there because I'm gonna use the oil from these. And just so you can see, just like that. So now I'm gonna take these out and now we can do our bacon. Now, normally I would use an entire pack of bacon, but I want to be behaved today. And I'm going to use about 5 strips of bacon. I'm just going to brown this just before being done. This is still going to go back in the skillet later, and it's going to also go in the oven later. With our bacon and sausage grease here still in the skillet, I have not taken any out. What I'm going to do is take my red and orange bell peppers, and I'm just going to pop them in. I've diced them up finally. So I've got my bell peppers in there, they smell fantastic. Now I'm gonna put my onions. I take a small yellow onion, diced it up finally, just the same way as the bell peppers. So I've allowed the bell peppers and onions to kind of soften up, and now what I'm gonna do is take my potatoes, I'm gonna drop them into my skillet, and then we are going to season them up. Tony's Creole seasoning, it is great on potatoes. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on here at first. And all I'm gonna do for the next few minutes is just let this soften, let this get nice and tender. While these potatoes are cooking, I did dice up my bacon and my sausage just into, just little bite-sized things. But as you cook these, you wanna make sure that you're tasting it the entire time to make sure A, it's seasoned right, but 2, that it is tender enough. I'm going to let these go after I've just seasoned them. And I'm gonna put my lid on top and let them continue to cook. John, I'm rolling. Hey, I'm texting. That's so unprofessional. Look at that, people, just text. And now what I wanna do is take some bacon that I cut up earlier, put it in there. And I'm gonna put some sausage in there as well. Ooh, somebody's unprofessional phone is going off. Whose that is. I'm gonna take a tablespoon of butter, put it right there in the middle, and just get this dispersed because I do want these flavors of the sausage and the bacon. But get that butter melted in there. And then what I like to do is just take a toothpick and just go by the potatoes. That's how I know things are done, but also season well. So tasting it. It is almost there. We're gonna let that go, and then we will move on to our next steps. I think we are good here. gonna take the lid off real quick. Just gonna give it just a very gentle stir because I don't want to turn the potatoes into mash. So I'm gonna flatten it out, but I'm also gonna kind of create some divots. And these divots are gonna be for our eggs. And just so you guys know, if you wanna avoid eggshells in your anything that you're making, flat surface. Open it up, pour it in. I'm actually gonna turn this heat off now. Same thing again, egg, flat surface. I'm gonna take some freshly shredded cheddar cheese. All I'm doing is just kind of going around the edges of it. And this was maybe about 4 ounces of cheese. And then I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. And I'm gonna put in there until the eggs are set. About 10 minutes in the oven just to let the eggs set. We are done. This is the breakfast skillet. Now, if you wanna serve more people, I would say 1 egg per person. So kind of figure out what type of space you need. This is enough for 3 people because I put 3 eggs in here. Kind of go around the edges here. Go under 1 egg and then you just put it on your plate. Pretty or not,
yeah,
it's going on there. And that is it, and I guess, I have to try it on camera. Sausage, I've got bacon, and I've got egg. That's a fucking breakfast skillet right there. This is another one of those like season to taste and kind of learn how to figure things out. Versus if I told you like, oh yeah, use 2 tablespoons of seasoning, like no. Season to your taste or the taste of your guests. That is hitting, and I'm going to enjoy this because I have not had any type of food today. I've just been drinking. Let me get myself right. Poor Choices Kitchen, tune in next week.